Nothing. So the system should be made easier for them. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next we have Grace Miller, followed by Jim Harrison or Joan Sullivan.
Good evening. We have planned on attending the last Human Services Committee meeting scheduled for February 24th. And much to our dismay, we're told the meeting was called off because there was no agenda, as Bob Ingram said. But we come to you and to that committee with many issues that affect our floor. So you have plenty of items to discuss at the Human Services Committee meetings. So we hope this will never happen again. We don't come here to talk in thin air. We're here because the poor in Monroe County face serious issues, all because of your harsh policies, your deliberate harsh policies. And I want to respond to Kelly Reed's remarks at the last Human Services Committee we attended. She lauds herself on the success of the job search and the money she is saving taxpayers in this county. I might add, on the backs of the poor. This is a cliche of hers. She's always saying the same thing. I'm conscious on how I spend taxpayers' money. Okay, Kelly, but don't do it on the backs of the poor. When talking about the job search and its success, she's talking about the people who are able to comply with the harsh requirements. We are talking about the people who cannot comply because they don't have the wherewithal to do so and are consequently sanctioned, never getting a chance to get to the point of even having a job. We are talking about people with mental, physical, and academic problems who cannot make it in this society. We are talking about people who are told by the employer that they will be called but never are called. We are talking about people without transportation who walk miles in the suburbs applying for jobs but never get them. We're talking about people who do try and just can't make it. How about taking those people into consideration? We're talking about the poor in Monroe County that no one cares about, that the Department of Human Services does not care about. And we're asking you Monroe County Republicans who control this county to listen to the poor of our county. Kelly Reed isn't the voice of all the poor in this county. Listen to the people who are suffering, who day after day struggle to live, to survive. We brought this to your attention before, but you know what? Nothing's done about it. We're asking you to listen to the voices of the poor. We called for improvements on the phone system, but you know what? It's been 6 years that we've talked about this phone system, and it still isn't working. 6 years. So what are you doing? And Bob Ingram talked about that. Sanctions continue at a high rate. What are you doing about those? And people are still running all over town for days trying to find notary publics to sign their papers. They can't find them. You said you would do something about it. Nothing's been done yet. So our question is, why are you continuing to treat the poor the way you treat them? We're asking you to have more compassion upon our poor and stop punishing them for being poor. They don't want to live the way they are living. They're forced to live. And you're the ones that can do something about it. And so we've been coming and coming and coming to you, but maybe we need to do something else. Maybe we need to do something else.
Joan Sullivan.
My name is Joan Sullivan. I'm the president of Webster Swimming Club, located in Maple Drive in Webster. I'd like to thank you for this opportunity to speak to you on behalf of our members of our pool club about a low-use lifeguard variance, which we've had since the inception of the pool club over 50 years ago. 2 other pool clubs in the county, Knollwood and Evergreen Pool Club, are facing the same issue, and they have members here this evening who will be speaking as well. As a small pool club, we have currently 35 members. Our main concern and focus is to provide safe swimming for the members of our community. In a recent letter, we were two options were outlined to assist us in addressing the lifeguard requirements, but these two options really don't meet our needs and unfortunately wouldn't help us with the situation. Because we are small pool clubs, any increase in our operating expenses result in a significant financial impact and would potentially cause us to close these pool clubs, which we believe is a community asset. The pool club has an excellent water quality and safety track record, and we firmly believe that our rules and our safety and emergency plan provide an adequate safety plan to cover the needs of the pool club. We'd also like to stress the difference between our pool clubs and pools that are at apartments and hotels and camps. Admittance to those pool clubs are based on occupancy, not membership. And those pool clubs, the people that swim in those pools are different than the members that swim in our pool clubs, who have a greater appreciation for the safety rules and procedures and a healthy respect for the water. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next we have Steve Mack, followed by Joseph Dinolfo.
As Joan stated, you'll be hearing from a couple more swim clubs. So my name is Steve Mack. I'm the president of the Knollwood Swim Club in Webster. And I'm coming before you tonight to make you aware of a change in policy that took place last year by the county health department. The day before our club was set to open for the year, the county notified us we'd no longer received a waiver allowing us to operate without a lifeguard during low use periods. They've been issuing these waivers since 1991. But they were discontinuing the practice because of a drowning in an apartment complex several months prior. Ultimately, our club was granted the final one-year extension for 2008. In early December, our swim club, along with the Webster Swim Club, drafted a letter to Legislator Dan Quattro asking him to sponsor a referral to the county law that would allow us to continue operating with the non-lifeguard variants into the future. A copy of this letter is included in tonight's handouts. I don't have time to go through all the points made in that letter, but I want to make clear that when we operate without a lifeguard, very strict rules are in effect. 2 adults must be present with at least 1 on deck. Diving board is blocked off, and children under 18 must be accompanied by a parent. This provides a safe environment during those low-use times when it's simply not practical to employ a lifeguard. Yesterday, members of the legislature met with Dr. Doniger, who's the director of the health department, who has stated that waivers can only be entertained when adequate provisions are made to protect public health. I submit to you, we do make adequate provisions to protect public health at Knollwood. I also submit to you that our club will fail if waivers are permanently revoked. It's the reason we've always been granted variances, and it will continue to be the reason variances are required. Pool clubs our size simply can't afford lifeguards 100% of the time. Dues will increase $100 to $200 a year as a result. And coupled with the current economic climate, and you get the picture. I asked the legislators to set up another meeting with Dr. Doniger, explaining that we should not be treated the same as apartment complexes where swimming is secondary. Our primary purpose is to provide safe swimming. We've been doing so in the neighborhoods we serve for over 50 years. We need to be given a chance to continue doing this for the next 50 years. Please don't take this away from us now.
Joseph Dinolfo.
Sir.
Thank you. My name is Joe Dinolfo. I'm Vice President of the Evergreen Pool Club, a non-profit organization in Parrington, New York. I'm not going to repeat what everyone has said already. What I would like to say is that Evergreen Pool Club is a community asset. Okay? It is someplace for the children to go to, rather than wandering the streets looking for something to do, they go and they